spraying of biological simulants over the United States that was supposed to have been stopped 20 years ago is, in fact, continuing out of our old favorite Fort Detrick, Biowarfare Central, and it has something to do with chemtrails.
What do you think they are spraying?
We know from lab tests in Edmonton, in Espanola, Ontario, and recently, I'll be talking about this in a few moments, brand new lab tests out of Florida.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, I've got it in my hand, an official EPA registered lab test. Barium, aluminum. In the early days, a lot of quartz were showing up in the chemtrail fallout, and by that, I have been meaning rain and snow falling through chemtrails. The Florida lab test is interesting because this individual picked up actual fallout crystals, fibrous, salty, crusted crystals. I have a picture of this on the website from Alberta, same material, on a sterile dish in her front yard. So actual chemtrail fallout, not rain and snow. And again, more barium and more aluminum. So that's absolutely confirmed. Of course, those are highly reflective materials. They jibe completely with the Wells-Back patent, calling for the reduction of global warming through reflecting 1% of incoming sunlight, lowering temperatures. This is the late Dr. Edward Teller's big push. Not his idea, but he picked up on it and pushed it very hard before his death. So that jibes. We have two scientists at Wright-Patterson Air Force Base who worked on the project, actually worked on chemtrails, telling a reporter, yes, there was climate mitigation involved, and this jibes with our deep sky air traffic control source saying the same thing. The scientist said the barium is also used to bounce radar and radio waves over the horizon around the world, used to fly drones, send communications, do 3D mapping, things like that. So that has been confirmed, and Hank's source, who I'll be getting to in a moment, has also reconfirmed that over-the-horizon bounce aspect of chemtrails. So that's what we have in lab tests. We also have some very disturbing microscopic slide evidence that...
And is this the new lab stuff?
This is the new lab stuff out of Florida. This individual, who I'm calling Sandra, it's not her name, Sandra, sent me photographs taken through a high-powered 20,000 power microscope, not an electron microscope, and a regular microscope. And this analysis was done by, she described a very well-known, very reputable microbiologist, but he has had 3 microbiologist friends killed, and obviously we're not going to say anything more that could identify him. He took a look at this material and was very concerned at what he was seeing, but could not strictly identify it. He said, I want to be able to take this to court if I, give you an ID on this, and I'm really not 100% sure what I'm seeing, but he's convinced, because so many people are coming into him with ailments, that he is convinced they are related to chemtrails. The picture showed something he called a viral capsid. I'm not sure what that is, but we all know the word viral.
Sure do.
Don't like the sound of that. She had her blood tested because she's been suffering from Lyme disease, and there were nematodes in her blood samples. We are definitely not saying that this is from chemtrails. We don't know where she picked up this worm, like these worms, but they've been killed, she said, through the medical intervention, and now she's good to go, as she puts it. So she's okay. But again, disturbing slide samples we can't positively ID from. These are from the chemtrail fallout. Definite lab tests showing, get this, George, aluminum that was so far off the scale, they had to dilute it at the lab 5 times to get a reading.
Now,